Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another LEGO video from BrickByBrick. And today, I'm sure this video is going to be a little bit confusing to you guys at the moment because, well, unless you look at the title, obviously. But today we have a remix MOC, actually, from Avengers Hydra Showdown. Now, in this remix MOC, I did not include this vehicle. I left this vehicle as it is. It is not taken apart. I still have this vehicle, you know, in its normal shape. But Hawkeye's vehicle is what I actually remixed for this video. And the results are probably the best I could do with the pieces in the set. I wish it had a little bit more pieces. Like, this vehicle is actually kind of hollow, not really built super strongly. I really like this vehicle in its normal form, and that is why I will probably not keep the remix that I have made. I will probably end up taking it apart and rebuilding it, because while I do like the little MOC that I have here, I don't like the I don't like it as much as the regular build. So anyway, let's take a look at what I came up with. And it is a car, kinda. I mean, it's a car. It's interesting looking. I definitely like the way that, like, the pieces I built look together. I mean, kinda. Like, I like the shape of the vehicle. In most parts, I just wish it was a bit more filled in, a bit more whole. But you know, kinda don't have a bunch of parts to make that happen. But anyway, so it does have a turning front axle, which is kind of cool. I actually got this little idea because my friend was over and he decided to try and rebuild this set, and it didn't really come out too well. Don't tell him that. But you know, it just kind of, I did really like the basic shape of it. He just didn't execute it very well. I did like that this, you know, little design came from his little build, this front turning wheel. So anyway, yeah, I think my build looks a bit better than his did, but still not perfect. You'll notice in the front it's kind of got this little really short front, like, hood section. I mean, I like the way this part came out, but it just doesn't fit, like, the big bulky back. It is, you know, 6 studs wide, so it's in there. And then the Hawkeye figure will sit in there quite nicely. The one thing I don't like is that the studs here, because they're there, you can't see his face very well. That's one thing I dislike about my little build here. On the bottom, you can see I kind of just threw that piece there, because if I threw that piece there, all the pieces would be used. So, you know. You got these little flick missile shooters on the sides, which, you know, kind of a thing in the, like, regular build. The thing I don't like is, wait, what happened here? This side is not right. The main thing I dislike about this vehicle, you can see that whole roof section does come off, which is pretty cool. You can access in there. You notice I put these 2 pieces there strictly to keep it, you know. First of all, there would have been a gap there if I didn't, and it just makes it look a little bit neater. I do like this, the way this little thing looks sideways, you know, with, like, making it a little kind of roof-ish section. I did keep one feature of the original vehicle, in a sense, like these lights here, like that. I really, really like the way that that looks on the main vehicle. And I like the way it looks on this vehicle, too. So, you know. And you'll notice on the roof I put the Avengers logo, as well as the license plate, because I didn't have a place to put it in the front. I mean, I guess I could have put it there in the back, but it would have been a bit high up. And just some more random details on the roof, really. Just to keep it looking a little bit more interesting and to use more pieces, basically. So in the back, this is one thing I don't really like, the open spaces. Some of the open spaces here were hard to deal with because I didn't have, like, the set has very few plates in it, so there were no plates I could use to fill this in, which that was kind of like the thing I like the least, like I dislike the most about this vehicle. And then also, like, you know, basically the open spaces. And I did put a tile in there to try and, you know, fill in some space. The one thing that is really interesting about this vehicle is that it doesn't have any side building things, so I knew I wanted to try and turn it on its side. In order to do that, though, I had to use some really, really funky techniques, which I'm going to show you right here. You'll see I had to use clips, like bricks with clips on the sides. This is how it would look normally. I used a clip here in order to attach it sideways, which I thought that was just kind of a clever way to use the piece. And it fits on here. It actually, this part in the front is really kind of sturdy. It does come off the bottom easily, but that's because I didn't really do much with the plate down there. And then in the back, I used headlight bricks because those are the only side stud bricks in the whole set, 2 headlight bricks. And I did put this little kind of spoiler thing here just because I had these pieces and I didn't know what to do with them, so, you know, that's where they got used. And then this whole assembly is just built on its side and put on the back of the headlight bricks. There's a brick in between the two, but, you know. Anyway, this is my MOC, really. I mean, that's basically all there is to it. Just a quick look from the back, I guess. You can see there. I really like the techniques I used to build this. There's something about it that I just don't really like, and that is just like, if I had more pieces, then I could make this look really cool, and I'd probably be really happy with the way it came out. But the problem is, if it's a remix MOC, I really don't. And the other problem with that is, I really, 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 really strongly like this vehicle here, so I don't think that I will keep this MOC at all. I am making this video on it, which, you know, most of the MOCs that I make that I don't really like, I don't do a video on, so you can tell it is one of those special remix MOCs that actually kind of came out nicely. I'm really proud of it, but I wish there were more pieces that I could use to build it, really. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of this MOC. I mean, I hope that some of you guys like this. I mean, I certainly think it is kind of cool. It's kind of, you know, just a cool little vehicle to build, and yeah, I mean that's basically all there is to say about this MOC. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a fantastic day. I actually have another MOC lined up for you guys, another remix MOC, and that is coming up real soon, because it's actually a really old remix MOC, but I will explain that in the video I make. So be sure to check that out. It'll be really cool, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys all later.